What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's Juan Cristales. This is a ground up duplex that we are doing in Texas. I want to bring you up to date. We are now at day number 87 and we are behind the power curve. I am committed to bringing you the truth and bringing you the facts and how it actually is in construction. And so let's get into this. So it's been raining on and off for the last few days here in Texas. And I'm going to tell you that I saw the city with their excavator and their, city vehicles and trucks with the lights on, and I was excited. I was excited because they told me that this week they would give me the water meters for my 403 MLK property. The water meters is what I need because that hinges on clean water being put in, then that inspection, then the driveway being put on top of that, that inspection, then the concrete, then the sod, then we can paint, then the AC guy can pass his inspection, then the electrician can pass his inspection, and then we have a water pressure inspection that the plumber needs to pass. And so everything right now is hinging on us getting these meters. So I'm excited today because it's Friday and I saw the city working there, and this is what I saw when I pulled up. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Look at this massive 1 inch uh, fitting that they're putting on there where the water meter is going to be going. But that's just the clean water tap. So now let me stop it here. So if you notice, this one here is actually going to be going for the 401 MLK. I'm behind on the one for 403. I was thinking, and see, look, the AC guy's doing some work out there, but like when this happened, I'm like, wait a minute, okay, cool. Okay, I'm glad. Okay, at least they're doing the 401 also at the same time, which is kind of cool. And this is, I'm showing you right here. This is the ugly part of construction that people don't like talking about. See this right here? You see that orange spot right there? If I had painted my duplex all nice and pretty and everything else like that, and what we did on the other one on the other side is that we had an accent color here, which was a darker color, and then this was a lighter, like a white color. Do you see this orange that pops up onto this thing? You cannot get that stuff out. You have to repaint over this. Impossible to get out. We've power washed it. You end up ripping the paint off of it. So now instead of having to pay for it to be repainted 2 times, all we do is wait until all of this is done, all this area here is finished, and then we'll go ahead and paint. That's why it's not painted. So we're all waiting for the water meters. So I have to, so they're doing this part, they're doing the water meter for the 401. So I'm thinking that at the 403, they're going to kill two birds with one stone. That's what I'm thinking. So I go over to the 403 and open up the box to see if I can find some actual water meters, and bum bum bum. This is what I get, guys. I get just the connections. There's no meter on there. So essentially what's happening, I'm going to show you guys this what it looks like on the once it's finished, but this is the clean water coming in this way. Make that blue. Clean water coming in this way, and then one for unit A, and or I'm sorry, unit B, and then one for unit A. But the thing is that they're supposed to have a box here that shows you how much water you're using, and that's how they bill you. That's how they charge you on how much water usage is being done per unit. That's how they do it. There's no meter on there. Without a meter, there's nothing to connect to. We're just sitting ducks. We're literally just sitting there waiting. And if we were to dig these ditches right now and like just get it ready, it'd be filled with water right now. It would be absolutely pointless. So what we're waiting on is for them to bring in the little boxes that show the little numbers on there and say, okay, this is how much this unit is using, this is how much this unit is using, and then that way we have that connected. But that didn't happen today. So what did I do? Jump into action, right? That's what we have to do. We're problem solvers. It's what we do. So I go over to the city and I'm like, guys, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. How come we are getting a water tap for 401 MLK, but we're not getting any meters for 403? Question. So what does the city say? Oh man, we just had a snafu, right? Situation normal, all fouled up. We were not able to get those meters in. I'm like, look, you guys already charged me. So in order to do the wastewater for this particular project, for these two projects, it was 5,200, 5,000 plus dollars just for the sewer tap. And it's going to be $1,200, I think, additional, he told me, just for the clean water tap. It's part of the building process. We've already budgeted for these items, but the problem is that it's not getting done. And if it's not getting done, we're just at a standstill. And so that slows down our project. But as always, guys, I am committed, 100% committed to showing you the good parts, the ugly parts, the not so pretty parts about doing new construction. I wanted to show you guys here that we have the condenser unit for the other side. We do have electricity, we just don't have water. So we're just gonna have to wait for that. Here's one of the guys that's working, doing all the stuff that they need to be doing for the air conditioning. This is going to make it a little bit challenging. I was hoping this was already done so we didn't have to like go around and get paint on that thing, but you know, whatever. We are problem solvers. This is normal. Don't freak out. I'm not freaking out. It's just, you know, a little bit of delays. But we do have some awesome updates on the inside. I went ahead and bought the chandeliers here, but check this out. One of the things that I've learned over the course of time is that you can do one of two things, because this island that's here, it's not perfect science. We do have an area on the plan where this goes, but it's always off center for some crazy reason. And the last thing we want is for this light thing to not be centered on the island. So what we do is we leave the cord up there. The electrician just leaves the cord out there just hanging, just rolled up. And then whenever we have the item delivered, he will then just measure exactly where it is, halfway across, and then he'll just go straight up there and hang it from there. And that's been the most ideal way of working this thing, because otherwise what happens is we put a box and it'll be off center, and then we'll have sheetrock repairs, and it'll be off center. It'll have sheetrock repairs. It'll be too far this way or too far this way, whatever. It just hadn't worked out in the past, so and this is just an easier way of getting it done. This is another part that I wanted to show you guys that I think is important for you guys to understand. This is the cabinet guy. This is his responsibility. You see this vent right here. This is for the microwave. So the microwave is going to be going underneath here. So the microwave is connected, and then it sucks out any of the smoke, any of the smells and stuff like that from the stovetop where it's being cooked. But that pipe goes up into the attic. And so it's an unsightly pipe. And so what happens is we just have the same guys that do the cabinets. This is the same material that we use for the shelving for the closets. They just, make a little box out of it, and they put a little bit of trim on it so it looks nice and pretty. And then we just got to get that painted. This is going to be part of the touch-up paint that the painter does on the back end of this thing. And then, of course, like I tell you guys, I'm committed to showing you guys the ugly parts of new construction. Look at this. Somebody busted my cabinet. So probably what happened here is that the guys that were putting in the countertops, this quartz countertops, they were just, it's so heavy. It is absolutely insane how heavy these pieces are, whether it's one person or two. And sometimes they just slide them across. And when they slide them across, they cause these little issues here. There is a touch-up kit. There's a touch-up kit that comes with these things that, you should always buy. So like, let me zoom in here and I'll show you where the touch-up kit is always very ideal. You see these little, you'll see them here a little bit more. There it is. So this is where we use a touch-up kit. It's like a Crayola looking thing that you can put in this, like a little bit of putty, and then it just gets touched up and it hardens like it's plastic, and then you can't see those little holes. Obviously you have to make holes because that needs to be nailed in. But what happens is that, we have to go back, either the painter or someone has to go back and do that portion of it, and we'll just use the same thing. It actually works really, really well. You won't be able to see this thing once it's completed. That looks like somebody scratched it right there too, so it just sucks, right? New construction, and these cabinets are busted. But like I tell you, I'm committed to show you guys everything from the beginning to the top, how good it is, how bad it is, the issues you run into, stuff like that. It's not a big deal. But that's where we're at, guys. We are now at day number 87. My goal is to get this thing done by day 90, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to make it, because we can't do this stuff. Like, we have too much water right now. Even if we had the water already in and we could get the forms in tomorrow or Saturday for the concrete and everything else like that, like, it would still be too soft for the guys to go in there, start excavating. They're just going to sink once they start using those machines in there, and that's just not ideal for what we're trying to accomplish. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.